Welcome back to Everything Liberia. In this episode, we're gonna go over the price breakdown for the first two apartment building wall elevation, pillar casting, and the amount of material we use for this stage. So, first thing, we'll talk about the cement for the block laying and pillar casting and tie beam above the building tying. We use a total of 156 bags of cement. That 156 bags of cement included block laying, casting of pillars, and tying of the tie beam, which is when they run steel rod above the building and tie it together to form it up. We use a total of 156 bags of cement. For the blocks for the wall elevation, we use a total of 3,900 pieces of 6-inch blocks. That 3,900 pieces was used to elevate the wall from the foundation all the way to the first decking level. So we use a total of 3,900 pieces. For sand, we use a total of 30 pickup load of sand, which is the small pickup. We use 30 pickup load. It costs a total of $176. You might pay more based on where your project is located, but we're very close by the sand supply area, so we only had to pay $176. But if you're further, you will pay more. And for the crushed rocks, we use a total of 4 blades, which is equivalent to 1 dump truck load of crushed rocks. And some of the crushed rocks left over for after the pillars were casted and the building was connected together, which is the tie beam. So, but we purchased a total of 4 blades of crushed rocks. And for the wawa is used to form the pillars. So as you can see in front of this house, there's a pillar. The steel rod that you see will be used to form the pillar. So they're gonna connect a longer steel rod to that to form the pillar. And in order for you to form the pillar, you need to have wawa around it, and then they're gonna dump the crushed rocks, basically the concrete into the wawa to form the pillar. So right there, that's what they call a pillar. The steel rod is gonna be connected with larger steel rods. Right, so that's for the wawa. And the round pole, you use a total of 25 pieces. That round pole is used for scaffolding, which is whenever they're going higher up, they need something to balance, to actually stand on, to lay the blocks and cast the building. So that round pole was used for that. That's the scaffolding. It was used for scaffolding. And for the steel, we use a total of 110 pieces of 5/8 steel. So for this building, we're using a 5/8 steel because it's a 2-story building. If you're just building or 1-story building, you don't need to use that big steel. You can use the 1/2-inch steel, or you can use the 1/4 steel, which is all based on the type of building you're putting down. But if you're doing a 2-story building, you want to have like the bigger steel that's gonna bear the weight of the top floors. So it's all based on how many floors you're putting up. So for this project, we're only doing 2 floors, the ground floor and the first floor. That's it. The foundation was only meant for that. For that weight bearing. So as you can see, they're already elevating the walls. The windows have already been partitioned. This is the front entrance. This is the living room, and everything is coming together. Like, this part of the project is where you can see the actual building process. Like, you're actually doing something. This part is not as expensive as the foundation, but it can take some money too as well. But in my opinion, this is probably the cheapest part to raise the block and build the pillars and all the stuff that you need to build a house. So in my opinion, this is one of the cheapest stage, but it all depends on the size of your house and what you expecting for it to be. So as you can see, these guys, they don't take any breaks. They just keep working. That's the bathroom. That's a room. That's the general bathroom for dad. And that's another room. That's the living room and leading outside to the building. That's the kitchen and the back porch. So the space for this apartment is not too large. So we're not building like very big kitchen or back porch. This is an apartment. This is not like a personal residential house. So these are the first two apartments that's already been complete. But we still have a lot of work to do. We still have a long way to go. So both apartments are basically the same design, the same layout. Nothing is really special about each one of them. They're both 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. So all the estimate I'm giving you, this is just to give you an idea of what you should expect. This is not like a concrete estimate, because it could be less, it could be more based on your location, your contractor. If you're on the ground, you can negotiate on your own behalf. All that takes into account. You might spend a little bit more or a little bit less. The location and the contractor you're using is crucial in this whole process, because that would determine how much you spend. The building material prices are pretty much the same everywhere you go. There's not a big difference in prices for like bags of cement, Wawa, crushed rocks, round poles, sand, and blocks. There's not a big price difference, but location can determine how much you spend. The contractor can determine how much you spend based on your negotiation with him or her. So yes, this is where we are in this project. We're moving pretty fast. For the last 2 weeks, the rain have slowed down the project a lot, because right now in Liberia is the rainy season. So we're not building as fast as we were in the beginning. We're losing a lot of days because the rain will not allow the contractor to work the way he wants to work. But yeah, this is what we have so far. We're getting there gradually. This project, we're projected to complete the first building before the year ends, but we will build both 4 units, and we will complete the first 2 units at the bottom, and then we will work on the top, the first floor unit. So you can see these guys are at work. They already built the forms. They already built a pillow. They're now doing the forms for the tie beam. So you can see the steel rods are extended out in order for you to have the next story building established. So this is where we at.
How
We're
you doing, boss?
basically
Yeah, today we completed
done
the
with the
steel
first
plotting today. We did some
floor, the
phone work.
ground floor.
So tomorrow, as we
Now
put the
we're
other
about
phone,
to
we'll start
start
casting tomorrow.
the
So as you can see,
decking.
all the steel
I'm
in
gonna
the wall
bring that
already.
estimate to you guys very shortly. We're currently in the decking stage. They are building the forms, which is using the wah and the round pole and everything that you need for the decking. So yes, you can see in this part, they're basically done with the first stage of this apartment. The casting is done. Almost everything is done. So next stage is the decking stage. This stage will not be cheap. This is just like, this is almost the same as you roofing a house. So
Only here remaining a small area remaining tomorrow. So
this is the stage a lot of people are afraid of whenever they're doing a two-story building, because it's one of the most expensive part, the decking part. Because you're using wood, you're using wah and things that you are not reused. That's why it's very expensive, because once they put that wah in place, or that 2x2, they're gonna use it for the form, cast the building, and there'll be no use for it after that. So you're spending a lot of money on that. So just be aware of that expense. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna bring more content. Like the video, subscribe, comment, share, and give your feedback on what you see in the video. Thanks. Everything Liberia.